Hello, my name is Loosemore and you join me for a design discussion where I'd like to talk today about theme. This is something that is a little bit harder to give a clear opinion on because it's so broad. It's one of the kind of foundational thoughts within a design typically, is what is the world that I'm setting this game in? What do I want to use to connect with the players? And there are a wide range of themes, anything from pirates, zombies to birds or kids playing in a playground. A theme can be anything really, and so it's a bit hard to nail down. Some of my favorite themes are kind of sci-fi, set in space, or fantasy, as long as it's a very specific, non-generic fantasy, so it might be an intellectual property. Lord of the Rings or something is a very well-used theme. And then kind of gameplay can be all sorts of things within that. But I think kind of the most important thing is trying to balance how that theme is used. This can be not at all. You cannot have a theme and be a purely abstract game. I've done a few videos on that, do check those out. But it doesn't have to have a theme. It can be purely abstract and that's great. Or it can be hugely thematic and everything serves and makes sense as to what that theme is, but generally games tend to sit more in the middle and skew one way or the other as to what generally people call a pasted on theme, or really quite thematic, although you're doing some abstract things. So Wingspan is a very thematic game, but it's about cards, it's not actually about birds, you're not actually doing that thing. So as much as the mechanisms are serving the theme, you've got to feed these birds, you've got to put them in the right habitats. All of this makes sense with what the game says you are doing. You're building an aviary or a wildlife park, whatever it is, and you're attracting birds to it by creating these habitats for them to score, and big predatory birds eat smaller things, and it all just kind of makes sense and serves. Sorry, I've got notes down here. And so some of the things they need to think about are exactly that. Is the theme important? Firstly, does it need to be abstract? Is it all about immersion? What are you trying to do? And then how do the mechanisms serve the game? And so some designers clearly start with a theme in mind and build mechanisms into that. Some start with a mechanism and go and start building a game and go, what theme makes sense with this? And that tends to be how they skew on the scale. In the finished product, you can sometimes tell based on, oh, here's a really impressive core mechanism, so it feels quite mechanical. Nope, this side, isn't it? Feels like quite mechanical, but they've put a theme on it, so which makes sense, so it comes into the middle. Or they clearly have a definite theme in mind, so Mariposas or something. They clearly want to make a game about the migration of monarch butterflies, and to then build the mechanisms that make that make sense, and all of them serve the game. So that's just a little thing on theme and how it's used within games. Some games work better than others. I'll do another couple of videos on theme as well. That's not it. There's more to talk about, but I want to keep these quite short. If you want to see those when they come out, do subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Hit the bell icon so you stay updated when they do come out, and follow us on social media. Just search Win Some Loosemore on the usual platforms. You'll see updates of when things are happening, what games we're playing, that kind of thing. So you get to see some of these themes in action. So I hope to see you on there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again. I've been Dieter for Win Some Loosemore. Goodbye.